Well, Bore da, good morning, and thank you to Aled for those very kind words of introduction. I have indeed met Aled on a number of occasions, looking at the work we do promoting Wales around the world. And I really am delighted to be here at the opening of Wales Tech Week, with a number of stakeholders from Wales, the UK, Europe, and indeed from all over the globe. I've already had the pleasure of meeting the High Commissioner from Australia. I'd like to give a particular warm welcome to our friends and partners from the Basque Country, Silesia, Quebec, Flanders, and Catalonia, all here to participate in a panel discussion on artificial intelligence and undertaking a programme that showcases the Welsh tech sector. And this is a great place to start. We're really pleased to see you back in Wales again. I'd also like to welcome Indro Mukherjee, the Chief Exec of Innovate UK, as we launch our collaborative innovation plan. And the origins of that plan go back some time. In February this year, the Welsh Government published a new innovation strategy, handily called Wales Innovates. This set out a strategic direction for research, development, and innovation stakeholders to focus resources and effort. And we do that by adopting a cross-government approach. It's also a mission-based approach, centred on education, the economy, health and well-being, and climate and nature. But we also recognise in this that the Welsh Government is only and can only be one part of the innovation landscape in Wales. Many of the levers that support innovation activity lie with other organisations, with our tertiary education system, and of course in wider institutions, including of course Innovate UK. Our first action was to seek closer partnership with these key innovation stakeholders, especially Innovate UK, with its commitment to place-based development and to helping to address inequalities in provision and outcomes across the UK. That background led to this April, when the Welsh Government and Innovate UK signed a memorandum of understanding. Indra and myself were up in Broughton to do that at the AMRC. And that confirmed our mutual commitment to share data, to work in partnership, and to support the development of high-quality innovation proposals across a range of stakeholders, sectors, and regions of Wales, with the overall aim of increasing Wales's share of competitively awarded UK funding. Frankly, in the past, for all the progress we've made, we simply haven't done well enough in those UK funding sources. The collaborative innovation plan that we confirmed today is the first step to helping us to realise that broader and hugely important ambition. Events like Wales Tech Week are where we can showcase the progress that we're making. And this, of course, is much more than just a strategy. It's founded on the talent, the ambition, and the achievement that already exists here in Wales, with the potential to do so much more. I'd like to make some brief comments on items that are coming up on today's agenda as well, and in particular, the use of artificial intelligence. It remains very much a hot topic, particularly around its safe and ethical use, although, of course, there's been forms of AI in use in a range of areas for some time now. The public debate is catching up with what's already been happening. New and effective use of data is at the core of our digital strategy for Wales. It describes our vision for data-driven innovation and the adoption of technology, including but not limited to AI. AI is already a key global enabler, with enormous potential to drive economic growth, to improve public services and the lives of all citizens in Wales. It could drive improvements in productivity and provide tailored services, which could actually make our interaction with those services both simpler and more personal. We do, however, recognise the need to manage the potential risks associated with the use of complex technologies. We recognise the potential for bias, the importance of ethics, privacy, and fair employment will all need to be carefully considered. Part of our challenge will be to ensure that no one is disadvantaged or put at risk. And to do that, we'll need to work together to understand and manage those challenges. And all of this is quite difficult for governments. We're used to dealing with things that have been mature for some time, and yet here we're dealing with a technology that is still moving, and to regulate and understand how that will work is actually a really significant challenge, not just here in Wales and the UK, but across the wider globe. Many of you will be, of course, aware that the UK government is hosting a global summit on AI safety next month. We've made it very clear how important it is for the views of all parts of the UK to be reflected directly at that summit. Our productivity gains that come should be a means of enabling people to have better quality of work, not simply to have fewer jobs. Tailored services should not mean targeting individuals or leaving people at risk of being excluded because of the way an algorithm works. So how does Wales realise our AI ambitions? We recognise that collaboration across sectors will be vital, and events like this that bring together representatives from the government, from industry, academia and beyond will help us to continue to join up the activity that is already happening within Wales in the AI space, an activity we can be proud of. Now, when I talk to every sector of the economy, every single person talks about skills, and AI is no different. We already have a range of programs and partnerships in place, but we'll need to build on these to ensure that we really do have the capacity and the capability in our workforce, not just now, but in 10, 15 and 20 years' time. And some of that is difficult. Forecasting people will need in jobs that don't already exist. And one of the things I've thought quite a lot about is our challenge in persuading people to think about this as a sector for them. And one of the key challenges there are people my age, and maybe a bit older or younger, but that parent and that carer generation who don't understand the way the world is changing, how fast that's moving, and don't understand all of the careers that already exist, never mind those that will in the future. But within this, we have to recognise the starting point is that AI represents an incredible opportunity to transform opportunity here in Wales, with societal, economic and public service benefits on offer. And of course, the counterfactual is that there's a real risk of us actually getting left behind if we don't take advantage, if we don't try to take part in what is happening. We regularly think about areas where we say we can be world-class or internationally competitive. There are areas where, like this, if we're not internationally capable, we really can get left behind. So the benefits that we want to realise and the partnerships we recognise are vital to it, they will require us to build on the research and innovation that already takes place and what we want to do in the future. But more than that, how we deploy that across academic, public and private sectors. The ideas have to translate into something useful to be applied. But of course, beyond AI, the Welsh Government has long recognised opportunities presented across the tech sector, including, of course, the cyber sector. And we're playing our full role in helping the UK to become a world leader in cyber security. And here in Wales, we have a great story to tell. We're already home to national assets like the National Digital Exploitation Centre, Cyber Wales, Technology Connected, and FinTech Wales. The Welsh Government has committed over £16 million of our Tech Valleys programme to a technology campus, providing cutting-edge facilities to research solutions for cyber resilience and our critical national infrastructure. In May, I published the Welsh Government's Cyber Action Plan to help provide a strategic direction that builds on our success. And the plan has a vision for a prosperous Wales through cyber resilience, talent, and innovation. It contains 4 priorities: to grow our cyber ecosystem, to build a pipeline of talent, to strengthen resilience, and to protect our public services. To help deliver that plan, the Welsh Government is funding and supporting Cardiff University and the Cardiff University-led Cyber Innovation Hub. And the Hub's mission is to train 1,500 people with cyber security skills, to create more than 25 high-growth companies, and to attract more than £20 million in private investment by 2030. To help build on that work, in July, I met with stakeholders from across the cyber sector to discuss our strengths, to understand how we develop people with skills and talent to grow and build on what we already do well. And the cyber sector group are meeting again today to establish practical steps to support that action plan. I look forward to the follow-up discussions and to meeting them again in the new year. We're also looking at other areas, which is why I also had the opportunity to have a roundtable with FinTech Wales earlier this year as well. All of these things are taking place against a background where we understand there's real difficulty. There are difficult choices for governments to make everywhere across the world, including here in the UK. What I don't want, though, is to simply talk about all the things we can't do in the government. I think that sort of counsel of despair of a always depleting asset isn't particularly useful or interesting for anyone. We, of course, will be honest about our challenges and the political differences we have, but I want to be really clear that we also have to look at the opportunities, not just a fear of letting left behind, but to recognise we have so much to offer and so much to gain, so much to build on. That, again, is about the talent, the achievement, and the ambition that already exists. And here in Wales, there is a Welsh government that recognises that you are part of the future that we want, in the Wales that we want. This tech sector will be a key part in delivering that for every citizen here in Wales. I look forward to meeting you again in the future, to working with you to do just that. And I hope you have a fantastic day here today, the rest of the week, and more than that, a future to build on. Many thanks.